Welcome to the Aikido series for beginners. My name is Kylie and I'm from the Port Elizabeth School of Aikido. If you are already experienced in Aikido, go look at the more advanced videos that will be coming up later in the series. But if you are just starting out and you would like to understand a little bit more about what we're doing in the dojo, please feel free to watch the following series. Now please keep in mind, these videos are never a substitute for training in the actual dojo. We do understand that some people have different learning methods, and perhaps watching something visually on the screen will help you understand the dynamic a little bit better. So let's go ahead and see what's on the menu for today. Are nervous about when they are beginning to roll is that when they stand in place and they realize that their head is so much further away from the mat than they had imagined, and now you're asking them to launch themselves completely to the ground. And I'm 1.75 meters, that is a long way to willingly throw my head towards that space. So the trick behind an ukemi is to not actually start from up here, alright? What you want to do is you want to lower yourself as much as possible towards the mat to minimize the distance between yourself and the actual ground. Alright, so from up here, it's a lot worse than from down here. This is actually a lot more comfortable. So when it comes to the muscle conditioning and to be able to keep yourself safe during practice, is that you have to have some core activation, which means that you're going to want to maintain a nice fluid and round shape. So like I tell my kids, you have to be like a ball. You're going to roll like a ball. One of the things that I find is that perhaps this is what the ladies might struggle with, and some gentlemen, if you have no upper arm strength, is that when you start with your roll, your arm, which is the first thing that reaches the mat, collapses. Or perhaps from here, collapses onto the shoulder. Alright, and that will cause damage to your arms and probably put you off rolling for a little while. And we're going to start off with a couple of exercises that minimizes that risk, alright, and get your body used to the shape that you need to take with your forward rolls, and how to basically make friends with the mat and realize that you can trust your body. You actually do have the strength to do it. It's just all up here. Alright, so this is the first exercise I like to do with both kids and adults alike. Alright, and for the forward roll, I actually don't ask them to stand up. I ask them to start from a seated position. So this is where I'd like you to begin. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to extend your back leg, alright, so that you've got some weight and distribution. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to place your shoulder down and onto the mat like so. Alright? There is some very important reasons why we need this to happen. Because when you do a forward roll, the one thing that is not allowed to touch the mat is your head. You can't believe how often I will say this in my children's classes. What is my one rule? Is that your head must never bump the tatami, because that is where accidents can really happen if you are thrown in a way that is unexpected and you haven't trained yourself to keep your head protected. Alright? So starting off in this position is not only getting you nice and comfortable and close to the mat, but it's starting to train your head, alright, to look away. Alright, so that is the other tip that I will give you, is once your shoulder is on the mat, is to look away, alright, or to look at your back foot. Once you've done that, this foot here, you're going to raise it up, alright, and try and track it along the back, alright, along your back, and reach the other side of the mat. So let's do a first example of that. Finishing here. Okay, so begin. I'm pressing through my legs All right, pushing through both feet, all right, over, and then seated. Okay. I also want you to notice how I change my legs in the air. So as this goes down, watch this leg, how as it comes over, it curls, and this leg reaches forward. Okay, again. Watch my back leg, it comes over, curls, and this leg comes forward. Okay. What is really beneficial is to do this as slowly as possible, because this means that you're going to be engaging and activating your core and minimizing any risk of perhaps going too fast and injuring anything. One of the most common mistakes that I do see amongst beginners, and I'll show it to you now, is going here and then going this direction. Did you see that? I'll show you again. Here, and they're going that direction. So that is going sideways. When in actual fact, you have to train your back leg to come over towards you. There. So that is my first advice. Shoulder down, back leg, all right, push, swap, there. Once you start getting a little bit more comfortable with that, I'm going to ask you to raise yourself up at the end of the roll. So this is what I mean. 1, 2, and up. 1, 2, and up. Start with that exercise and see how it goes.